All right, Tim, well, you kicked 21 goals in 6 matches. How have you rated your start to the season with the reserves?
Yeah, I think it's been a reasonably good start so far. Getting my hands on the footy, which is good. Also, a few things just got to keep working on as well down there is just keeping the pressure up, working with the guys around me, and just trying to be a leader down there. I'm confident in the structures and all that now, so it's just teaching on the other guys and the academy guys that come through as well.
You mentioned the leadership role, then you are pretty much one of the key forwards down there this season. You're one of the go-to guys. How do you feel about that role?
I think it's been good so far because there's a lot more tools as well this year, like not as many injuries. So it's been really good to have guys like Paddy Mitchell down there, Toby Nankervis, and Tommy Welsh has just came back. So it's good to have not the spotlight always on me. So I can play a bit more higher up the ground and let the tall sort of do the bailout stuff.
And while your goal kicking has been pretty sensational, you're very, very accurate. No doubt there are other things you're working on. You mentioned defensive game. How important is that this year?
Yeah, I think that's number one for me this year. Although it's nice to kick goals and that, but I think for me this year to crack into the senior side, I think the defensive pressure is really important. I've caught up with Henry Playfair a bit this year, and just a few things to keep working on, and just being on my toes in the forward line, just really hunting it up, trying to get the footy back, and forward 50 tackles are just so important these days. So I think that's one thing I just got to keep working on.
Do you think you've made a lot of improvements now you're in your second year?
Yeah, I think so. I think coming off my first year, I was reasonably happy with how I went. But now, sort of knowing how everything works and what's expected, I think I've really sort of taken everything on board as much as I can, and just learning from the other guys. And we have a pretty superstar forward line, the seniors, and just sort of mingling with those guys, and really being a sponge, sort of soaking everything up. They have to say.
What's it like having guys like Lance Franklin and Kurt Tippett and Adam Goods around you? What are some of the things you've picked up from them?
I think one with Goods is just how professional he really is, on and off the ground. Just really build a good relationship with him, and I feel like as though I can talk to him about anything. And also Buddy coming in too, like he's just super powerful, really good one-on-one, and I've picked up a few things from him as well.
And how about the reserves form? A really good win over UWS last week and coming up against Eastlake in Canberra. Let's look at the season's going really strongly. How have you found it?
Yeah, we've had a really good start to the year so far. We owed GWS one, so that was good to get one back on them. I think the boys are starting to really play some good footy. A lot of the first year guys are real comfortable with the structures and how everything works now, so I think the more games they play, the better we're going to get going.